Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for what is going to be nothing short of another jam-packed daily cryptocurrency market update by yours truly, Allincrypto. And first of all, let me just apologize for not getting an update out yesterday. I'm currently sort of traveling around the world. I didn't quite have time to get around to an update, but we are going to be making up for that one in this one. And we have a lot to cover as always. And if you are new to my channel and finding yourself on my videos for the first time today, don't forget to check out that subscribe button because I drop an update just like this one around 1 p.m. UK time every single day to help you guys stay up to date with the latest and greatest things happening within the crypto space, but also the broader markets. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing in this video. We have a lot to get into, and we're going to be starting things off with the current price action of Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market. I see a lot of frustration out there in regards to the kind of lackluster price action that we have seen relating to the crypto space. We've been going through a pullback that's largely been macro driven as we have seen uncertainty around inflation start to raise fears in regards to interest rate and the forward pricing of it. So we'll be breaking all that down to start the video off. And then we are going to be diving into some colossal news that broke over the past 24 hours in regards to Mastercard, who currently facilitate 24% of global transactions, actually enabling the usage of cryptocurrency in a very kind of Web2-esque manner in regards to just usernames. This is huge and can absolutely not be understated. It is another domino to fall in regards to the adoption of digital assets and Web3. So we are going to be looking at that. Then we're going to be talking about what's going on politically. We have news also that the Biden administration is actually moving towards trying to appease and reaching out to cryptocurrency holders and communities. Now we have an election coming up in the United States. And of course, crypto has an estimated 50 million users within the United States that all candidates right now are looking to appease. It's not just the Biden administration. We see Trump coming out and vowing to make the US the home for the Web3 space. We also see that over the past 24 hours, Robert F. Kennedy has met with Charles Hoskinson, who you know I am a massive fan of. So we'll be looking at that. Also, the SEC ordered to pay $1.8 million to Debtbox over their lies, essentially, that were told in that case. And we have Patrick McHenry calling for another hearing in regards to the cryptocurrency space and the kind of inclusion of it. And then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a look at a tweet from Peter Brandt, who is a traditional technical analyzer that essentially is comparing Bitcoin to gold. Now, you guys know this is something that we do a lot of, as we believe that we want to be, as investors, in the right asset class. And Bitcoin and crypto is the fastest horse in a race that is going to see assets broadly, certainly risk assets, do very well. So we're breaking all that down. It paints a very bullish picture for the cryptocurrency market. We won't just be looking at Bitcoin against gold. We'll be looking at the total two, which is everything except for Bitcoin against gold also, and showing you that you are in the right space at the right time. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive into it all. And let's kick things off with the Bitcoin chart. And I want to reiterate the statement that I made at the start of the video in regards to the kind of frustration that people are getting as we see some lackluster price action. Now, this is a part of any market. Pullbacks and periods of rests are to be expected. And that is all that is happening with Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency space right now. But it will resolve to the upside. Not only do we have higher technical targets to be met for Bitcoin, but probably more importantly for us, we have higher technical targets to be made for the total too, which is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin. We see this over 3xing and getting to around about 3.8 trillion with a T dollars. So this is going to see what altcoins do very, very well. Some more than others, and you want to check out dominances and things like that for this. We're still yet to see Bitcoin dominance actually roll, which we do think is on the horizon. And if you want to become a Patreon, do check that link in the description because we did a Sunday meeting where we went into detail and we compounded factors in regards to why that is likely going to be the case. So I wanted to kind of start here because the cryptocurrency market is not really doing a lot today. But if we look at markets more generally, the futures market for the US is marginally down. We also see gold not really doing a lot. And of course, we see the dollar also not doing too much. So it's quite a lackluster day today, but ultimately have faith in the broader trend, which is an uptrend. Remember, if something walks, talks, and quacks like a duck, it's a duck. Let's move on now to some monumental news in regards to Mastercard. And the title of the news reads, Mastercard launches crypto credentials, allowing users to send and receive crypto using a username instead of a wallet address. Now, this is huge for two reasons. Let's explore reason number one. And the first reason that this is absolutely colossal news is that Mastercard currently enable and are responsible for 24% of global transactions. Now, what they are doing is enabling people to actually use cryptocurrency. So this is massive for the adoption of the Web3 industry. And the second part to this is, of course, they're allowing people to use cryptocurrencies with just a username. This is very Web2-esque. And actually a part of the mass adoption of this industry is the ease of use of it. And Mastercard are kind of breaking down those barriers. This is a massive domino to fall. Let's talk about another domino that we are on the cusp of toppling over. And that is in regards to regulations, in regards to how the cryptocurrency market is viewed and actually allowed to be adopted. And the United States has arguably been one of the more hostile countries as it relates to the cryptocurrency industry. However, with the 2024 elections coming up, we see many presidential candidates actually cozying up to the cryptocurrency market. And just today, we see Biden campaign ramps up crypto industry outreach in surprising tone shift. And the quick take here is President Joe Biden's re-election campaign has begun reaching out to crypto industry players over the past 2 weeks for guidance on crypto communities and policy, sources told The Block. Sources told The Block they noticed a significant shift in the tone from the Biden administration and campaign towards crypto, with a new willingness to understand digital assets and their communities. The new outreach effort comes shortly after the Biden administration faced backlash for signaling it would veto an alleged anti-crypto bill. Now, this is huge. It's another domino to fall. It's a massive domino to fall because we are in an industry and investors in an industry that hasn't even been allowed to become that. And we see a lot of things taking place in regards to Wall Street adopting crypto with the Bitcoin ETFs. Just over the past 24 hours, BlackRock actually updated their ETF filing after the SEC sort of initially approved an Ethereum spot ETF. We're going through the same process that we saw Bitcoin go through. You are going to get that Ethereum spot ETF. We've looked at technically why this was all signaled before we had any of this news in regards to ETH BTC and, of course, ETH dominance. Again, walks, talks, and quacks like a duck. It's a duck. And we're seeing very positive things, not just from the Biden administration. Also, Trump's been very vocal in regards to the crypto space. And just today, we see Charles Hoskinson actually meeting up with Robert F. Kennedy. Now, we know he's not just a fan of crypto. He's also a fan of meme stocks. We saw him actually buy GameStop not that long ago. So big things are happening in regards to regulations, in regards to the kind of stance that the United States has on the cryptocurrency market. And we see all that coupled with the sort of adoption from, again, Mastercard, who is responsible for 24% of global transactions. You know, it's a very bullish fundamental picture that we have. We can also couple this up with technicals. Again, when something walks, talks, and quacks like a duck, it is a duck. On the back end of all this, we see Patrick McHenry also announcing a hearing, a subcommittee on digital assets and financial technology and inclusion. And they are very much anti-Gary Gensler and the SEC's approach of regulation by enforcement. And on that topic, we have now confirmation that the SEC has been ordered to pay $1.8 million worth of taxpayer money, by the way. They slip up, you pick up the bill towards Debtbox. So I have never seen, I think it's a very positive sign, the SEC get their backsides handed to them like I have in regards to the cryptocurrency market and the kind of approach that they've taken with it. They've received huge backlash. This is going to continue. And with the United States election coming up, they can't be seen, or certainly the administration, if they want to get re-elected in charge, can't be seen to be anti-crypto and anti the kind of people, if you will. Let's close things off now on a tweet from Peter Brandt, who is looking at the correlation between Bitcoin against gold. Now, you guys know that we have used Bitcoin against gold, Bitcoin against the stock market, and Bitcoin generally against other assets to really give us an inkling in regards to what's going to be the best performing asset in what is a generally bullish environment. I think we got confirmation of the environment that we're in with Stan Druckenmiller moving from Nvidia, a Mag 7 stock, a kind of safer stock, if you will, to the Russell 2000, which has, it's basically a basket of small stocks. I think the largest stock within that is about a $40 billion market cap. The second largest, of course, is MicroStrategy. We see him moving out of a kind of safer play into a lot smaller, riskier plays, which is very suggestive in the environment that we're going to be moving into, as that environment isn't going to be one that he'd be willing to take the risk on smaller stocks that isn't going to see them be forthcoming. And that's kind of a bullish barometer, if you will, for the space generally. Now let's look at what Peter Brandt is saying here. He says, I continue to point out that on an inflation-adjusted basis, and also in relationship to gold, Bitcoin has not penetrated, what a use of words there, the 2021 highs despite the halvening and ETFs. New highs are needed to confirm the bull trend. What are people from Missouri saying? So you can see this is what he brings up. We look at this chart regularly, and we've actually done a lot of work on it. And let's actually go over to that. So we have a concession of patterns here. We have a smaller head and shoulders that made our target. We've set up a broader head and shoulders that sees continuation in regards to Bitcoin against gold. And we're potentially setting up a broader continuation pattern that is going to see Bitcoin really excel against gold. So Bitcoin is going to outperform gold. And the beautiful thing about this is we're actually very bullish on gold. So we've got a smaller head and shoulders target that we're very much on our way to. We also have a broader sort of macro target. Silver has an even bigger macro target. So we are bullish on precious metals. We just think that Bitcoin and crypto more broadly is actually going to outperform. And I want to show you the total 2 against gold, which in my opinion is in a very clear uptrend. What we're trying to do here is really help people identify the fact that they are in the right place at the right time. So let's pop up the total 2 against gold here. And let's sort of break this down in a little bit more detail. So this is now in a confirmed uptrend, in my opinion. We like to teach something, and we're bringing out a market mastery course that essentially breaks the market down into 4 stages. It kind of continues from where Charles Dow left off, where Wyckoff left off with his market cycles, and of course Stan Weinstein's stage analysis. So we do believe that the total 2 against gold is also in an uptrend, meaning it's going to outperform. And the beautiful thing is that gold's going to be going up. Crypto is just going to be going up to more of a degree. And we know that crypto is generally more of a higher beta play on risk. So it paints a very, very bullish picture. Again, bringing up Stan Druckenmiller, he wouldn't have made that move to smaller stocks if he thought it was going to be a kind of negative environment for risk generally. Crypto is the kind of highest beta risk play. So if risk goes up generally, crypto is going to do even more. And then when you couple that with everything that we've looked at fundamentally, the dominoes falling with Mastercard, with the kind of political shift towards the cryptocurrency space, and of course technically with what we're looking at with these individual cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, the total 2, it paints an amazing picture. And this is absolutely a journey, ladies and gentlemen, that I am unbelievably excited to be on with each and every one of you. That is really the video that we had for you. I want to know your comments on everything in the comment section. As always, if you have enjoyed this content, a like is greatly appreciated. And I also want to know what you guys think about our new setup. We're trialing around and playing around with a few things. Ultimately, you guys on the other end of the camera deserve the best quality content that I can possibly give. And part of that is improving the visuals of it. We're not all the way there yet, but we are working on it so that you guys can devour the best cryptocurrency content out there. That is it from me, ladies and gentlemen. On that note, I am going to love and leave you. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.